Merry Christmas, everyone, and happy holidays. Welcome to your December 2024 astrological forecast. So you know what? There are two new moons this month. Okay, the first one is on the 1st in Sagittarius, and the second one is on the 30th in Capricorn. So new beginnings at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month, and so whatever happens in between, whatever. Okay, Mercury is still in Sagittarius the whole month, and it's retrograde up until the 15th when it finally turns direct. And you know what? I am a Sagittarian. I have Sagittarius rising. So, also, okay, along with the sun in Sagittarius. So if I forget something, whatever I'm saying here now or whatever, I repeat myself, please just ignore me, okay? So anyway, on the 6th, Mars, still in Leo, turns retrograde. On the 7th, Venus moves into Aquarius. Also on the 7th, Neptune turns direct. On the 15th, there's a full moon in Gemini. And again, also on the 15th, Mercury turns direct in Sagittarius. And then on the 21st, the sun moves into Capricorn. Up until that point, the sun is still in Sagittarius. Okay, and then again, that new moon on the 30th. So, a special shout out to my subscribers for supporting me, your continued support, liking and sharing, and commenting on my videos. I thank you for all your donations and any way that you help to support my channel. I really, really appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel and you like this video, be sure to subscribe, okay? And anything you may need to know is down in the description box below. But there's a link to my website, but there's also my email address. It's just easier to email me and ask me whatever it is you would like to know regarding like chart services, okay? So, and don't forget to check out my weekly forecasts, which are now daily shorts, okay? And for all of you, when I post these monthly videos, if I have a short that is attached to the monthly videos, people are just clicking on the short and they're not getting to the monthly video. I guess they're not realizing that there's a link below in the short that will take you to the full video, full-length video, not just that little short. So please keep that in mind, okay? Now for your forecast. Hi, Virgo. So, new moon in Sagittarius in your 4th house, and the sun is here up until the 21st. Mercury is still in Sagittarius the whole month, and it is still retrograde right now up until the 15th. Then it turns direct on December 15th. So any kind of miscommunications or screwy stuff that you had going on at home, like especially like with electronics or even appliances maybe not working, or clocks. The thing about Mercury retrograde and many things, very very strange things. But if you were to go around your house and look for like watches that didn't work or clocks, that just whatever, a lot of times when Mercury turns retrograde, they start working again. And then either they continue after it turns direct, or they go back to being broken or whatever was wrong with them, But your 4th house, where you have Sagittarius, is your house of your home, where you physically live, the property surrounding it. It's your family, your personal life, anyone you live with. It's also your past, your childhood, the foundation of how you were raised, okay? So having Mercury here, though, retrograde, and the sun bringing a lot more attention to this area, you have like more contact with family, okay? It's your house of your family, okay? It doesn't have to be your immediate family, it's relatives, period. And that's this time of year, too. It's the holidays, so of course you're going to be in contact with people that you aren't normally in contact with, like, throughout the year. Everyone uses the holidays as a way to, like, say hello, keep in touch and catch up and stuff. So there could be a lot of confusion going on there. With the new moon on the 1st, though, it does bring a new beginning. to this area. So there could be something that you're doing in regards to your family or your home. Okay, and it could be regarding the holidays even. You know, maybe everything was always done at your place. Everyone met at your place. You know, you did all the cooking. You did all this and whatever. You know, all the planning, you know. Maybe now it's going to be over someone else's place. And you get a break, you know, for this year. Something a little different. Or maybe you never host the holidays or host anything. Whatever. Okay, but you could decide to just do something a little different on this new moon, on the 1st. It could even be in regards to decorating. Maybe you don't usually decorate, or you do, or you go overboard, or you have a fake tree or a real tree. You know, something. But it does bring a new beginning here, not just in your home, but in your personal life. Okay? You could even be doing just like making some changes in your living arrangement. Maybe you need more space to yourself, or more even time to yourself. You know, if you have a family that you take care of, or if you have children that you know, seem to come first, right? This could be one of those times where you're like, maybe not right now. You know, maybe you have to focus on yourself. Okay. So, on the 6th, Mars is in Leo still, but it turns retrograde on the 6th in your 12th house. That's where you have the sign of Leo. You know, if you listened to my video last month, I mentioned anytime Mars is in your 12th house, whether it's in transit or even in your natal chart, okay? The 12th house is activities by you or someone else behind the scenes. It's many, many things, but that's the main thing in a way that applies to Mars here, whether in transit or natally, okay? It's actually, a lot of times it is someone acting behind your back, okay, behind the scenes. Right? And it's usually a friend or someone you know. And you usually know that, even you can sense it, that this is actually going on. Okay? Mars just left Cancer, your 11th house of your friends and acquaintances and socializing and all that stuff. So you may have had contact with maybe friends that you haven't even seen for a while. Maybe you you got together with them, or you ran into them, or whatever. But Mars in your 12th house does bring, you know, somebody kind of like undermining you in a way with your group of friends, or with anyone, actually. And it's usually because they're jealous. They're jealous of you or envious of you. And this could be like, you know, if you have it natally, it's like through your whole life almost. You know, this person will just like never get over the fact that, you know, whatever, you have this, or you're able to do this or that, or I don't know, but they're jealous of you, and that's usually like why this is happening. So on the plus side, though, having Mars here, and for you yourself, this is acting behind the scenes in your favor, like creating something possibly, or making moves in order to like secure yourself, secure your position, and making strategic plans or something or other, because, you know, when Mars leaves Leo, it goes into Virgo, right? It's going to go into your 1st house. So you could be working on something, a project, or an action that you're going to take. And when Mars moves into your 1st house, you really will take a lot of action. That's what Mars is. It's a very active planet, and it's energizing, but it's the ego planet. You're going to do what's best for yourself. That's what Mars is for. And now, as it should be, right? So you're the only one that's really going to look out for you the best, you know, better than anyone else, right? So that's what this is, you know. So you could, you know, you could be working on something. You don't have to, unless you want to, you know, you don't have to discuss it with anyone. And any kind of move or whatever plans you are making, good for you, you know. Anyway, when it's retrograde, it has you just reviewing your progress, that's all, of whatever's going on. You could also come across more information that you may possibly need. Okay, this is the house of secrets and confidences and many, many other things. But like with Mars here, you know, it really is, because it's a very active planet. It's moving strategically, kind of like behind the scenes. Okay. On the 7th, Venus moves into Aquarius in your 6th house. That's where you have the sign of Aquarius, and Pluto is already here. Okay, the 6th house is the workplace, the kind of work that you do, your co-workers, your house of health, and your house of service to others. Okay, so Pluto will be here for many years, and you know, Venus here usually brings about a nice rapport with your co-workers, or spending time in the workplace beautifying your area, or wherever it is that you work. Maybe you're even put in charge of decorating, you know, at this time for the holidays or something or other. But, you know, usually though, with Pluto and Venus together, brings about obsessive qualities. Okay, with Venus, it's usually like romantic, or it could be creative, you know, something, some kind of project possibly that you're working on. But you have to also keep in mind that the 6th house is directly across from the 12th house, where you have Leo and currently Mars transiting, and Venus and Mars are the love planets, okay? So they are in opposition to each other. It will be exact sooner or later. And Pluto and Venus are conjunct one another exact sooner or later. Okay? So it does bring, again, an obsessive quality. You could actually be working with someone. First of all, just having Pluto in the 6th house means that you could be working with someone who has the exact same status as you do, same many years of seniority, blah, blah, blah. But they think that they rule the place, even though they're not your boss. They're not in any kind of position where of authority. There's always one person like that, you know what I mean, that seems to like throw their weight around as if they have some kind of clout or something. Okay, so if there was no one like that within your workforce, there could be someone entering your work area or whatever. Okay, even if you don't work at all, if you're retired, there's somebody that will come into your life, because this is the house of service to others also, that you may have to deal with someone who really, you know, you may, in a way, possibly be put in charge of like someone's health in a way, you know what I mean? You may have a parent maybe that you have to take care of, maybe even if it's just to drive them to their doctor's appointments and speak to their doctors, you know, go to the appointment with them, make sure, you know, they're taking their medication correctly, all that stuff. You're just overseeing something like that, okay? And that's normal, okay? But there could be someone that you're not even related to that tries to get you to fill this role in their life, and that's not your job, you know. I mean, it's not a job is what it is when you do something out of love, and you usually do that for a parent or a child or whomever, you know. You want the best for them, but there could be someone who will who eventually will try to do that to you. Okay, now also you know, your health could change in some way or other. Okay, you have to listen to my video on Pluto. Okay, but anyways, just for now, you know, you could have a coworker that really, they may have always had the hots for you, but you know, now that this is coming up, you know, with this Venus moving in here, it could really bring out, you know, an obsessive quality. It may be uncomfortable going to work, you know, or you could just have somebody there that's got their nose up your ass and wants to know about your love life. or you're, what you're doing, whatever. There's always somebody that you work with that does not have a life of their own. So they find yours far more interesting. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so let's see here. There's a full moon in Gemini on the 15th in your 10th house. That's where you have Gemini. And Jupiter is in Gemini right now, and it is retrograde. And normally when Jupiter is in the 10th house, this is your house of career, and it is your most public house. It's how you're known by reputation for your career, your livelihood. Even if you're retired, it's for what you used to do. It's also your public persona, how the public views and speaks about you. And having Jupiter here is excellent, okay? But normally when Jupiter is here, you have a promotion of some kind. Either a completely new job that's much better, or a promotion within the company you're already working for. And that could be something, that, maybe you were offered, maybe you weren't interested, or it was offered to you, but it didn't come about yet. It could be one of those first of the year kind of things, starting first of the year, you start your new position. But this full moon brings to the surface a problem of some kind, so you can deal with it and then be done with it. And it could be something like this, it could be actually personal, it's 10th house is directly across from your 4th house where you have Sagittarius, okay, your private life and your family life, right? So you could have even applied for a different position than where you are currently working, okay? And you never heard from them, or whatever happened, You could be hearing from them now, and it could put you in a dilemma. They may be offering you a job that you're not sure if you want to take or not. That's what this full moon here could be. And you may be discussing it with your family. Get their input, Maybe they're, you're not sure what to do. I don't think it's that big of a deal, It's not something bad. The full moon isn't something bad, but it could put you in just like a place where you're not sure how you feel about your position. That's all. Okay, so then on the 15th also, Mercury does turn direct in Sagittarius. Then on the 21st, the sun moves into Capricorn, and there's a new moon in Capricorn on the 30th in your 5th house where you have the sign of Capricorn, the house of fun. Fun and romance, creativity, gambling and speculation, games, sports, whether you watch them or play them. All forms of entertainment and anything to do with children. So this is fun. This is the house of fun. The sun is here at the same time every year. Okay, ignore that. That's an intergalactic phone call. Then they can just leave a message. Oh, jeez. Anyway, it's like the time for the holidays. It's right before the holidays, the big ones. Christmas, New Year's, all that stuff. So you're getting geared up for whatever, this is your time to have fun, let your hair down. A new moon here on the 30th. Sorry about that. The new moon on the 30th, it does bring a new beginning in this area. And a lot of times people make New Year's resolutions. You could have a new romance coming on, right? You could even meet someone at this time, and it takes off from there, you know what I mean? You could meet them socially at some kind of holiday gathering. Could be creative, something that you start, or a list or whatever that you make, one of those resolutions. Something or other, but it's a new beginning, okay? So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign. And the moon is in Virgo on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Pisces. And those dates are the 7th, 8th, and 9th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 30th, and 31st. The best time for money is the 9th, 10th, 11th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for your career is the 13th, 14th, and 15th. The best time for communication and travel is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. So, have a wonderful holiday. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. See ya.